Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. We are in the final route of our 9 RIP series. It's been going on since October 15th of last year, and we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chapters and 1 ending left. So 7 episodes and we'll be done. I kind of wish that it didn't have a finale route because I would be done with the game now. And, after playing a game for this long, this game has a lot of characters. Like, 9 characters is a lot, which makes me hesitant to play other games like Norn 9 because they have insane amount of characters too. I think 5 characters is a good number to play through because by then you're ready for a new game anyway. At least for me anyway. Games like Fury, I think even Code Realize, I think most games have 5 characters. So it's a standard, and 9RIP just has an insane amount of characters. At least the common route was different, so we had a different story for each of the characters, which was kind of nice. I think that's what made me not get burnt out on 9RIP, because there's 2 characters per common route, and it made things more interesting. We're gonna go from a save file though, just in case, no one knows or you somehow missed it in my other episodes. This is called the finale route, but it's obviously Toka's route. At the end of Koharu's, it says Toka's route is unlocked, so this is obviously Toka. And we're gonna go to our prologue save, and we're going to go down the choices to go to Toka, which is escape reality with something delicious. I'm going to include chapter 1 of Toka because the prologue is literally the same as the spirit world. It's go and pray afterwards, and so it's going to be everything we've already read before. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, it's the spirit world common route. Everything's the same. So when you say go and pray, it goes to chapter 1 of the spirit world. So this episode is going to be slightly different, I guess. I don't know when it branches off. So when we're gonna go and pray, and then I'm going to skip into the next choice. We'll just see how this goes. I don't really know when it diverges, so we're just gonna see what happens. So when Yukimura wants to follow us home, we're gonna give up, say he can come with us. And then we're gonna jump again. When Koharu asks us our name, we're gonna hold back. We checked this out in his chapter because we actually told him our name, so it's already been read. If I obeyed his command, I might end up in even more trouble. I refuse to tell you. I was undeniably scared, but I resisted with all of my being.
そうか。俺に歯向かうとどんなことになるのか。教えてやるしかなさそうだな。
I still wish he would actually haunt you and be a scary ghost, but he wasn't. He was a big softie. He stared at me so close with a threatening glare, and I found myself unable to resist. It's Misa. Felt pathetic for putting up so little resistance, but in the end I folded. And we're gonna go ahead and skip. I just kind of want to get some context of what's still going on in the common route. That way we don't abruptly end up in Toka's. They're all white. That's weird. They're all white, which means we haven't read them. So, but I know that these were choices for the other 2 characters too. So, I mean, we've already read them. So you can either bring Yukimura food, you can listen to him, you can listen to Koharu, which I think is ignore him. And I think he goes on a walk and you ask to join him. But we're going to want to be alone. I just wanted to be alone. But I knew I couldn't ignore Koharu, not to mention the racket that Yukimura whining about being hungry was causing. I think Koharu ordered her to do something. And you can listen and obey him.
Koharu! 主様を連れ回すでない。我の方が先に出会ったのだぞ。
Okay, he does want to go on a walk with her.
飯のことしか考えてねえやつに言われても何も響かねえぞ。
飯 飯のことを考えて何が悪いのだ。これでもくらえ。
おい、やめろ。物を投げても意味ねえんだから。
Yukimura had thrown a pillow at Koharu, and I stood there at a total loss of what to do. Just then, someone timidly pulled at my sleeve. I looked over and found Toka next to me.
ミサさん、こっちこっち。
Let's go escape. Toka urged me, and I used the moment to escape from my room.
ここなら大丈夫です。
Relieved to find my mom wasn't in the living room anymore, I plopped down on the sofa. Toka floated in the air as per usual. Why did you call me here?
ミサさんのことならわかるです。一人になりたかったんでしょ？
Ah. He had pulled me out of there for my sake. Toka continued to float in the air as he slowly increased the distance between us. But wait, I couldn't help but call out to him. But thank you for helping me get out of there. Upon hearing my gratitude, he laughed kindly. Huh? Though his appearance was that of a young child, he looked extremely mature for a split second as he smiled at me.
そういえば、いつもならテレビを見ている時間ですね。お母さんやお姉さんと一緒に。
Well, my sister is working late tonight. Toka shook his head.
わかってるですよね。僕の言いたいこと。
Go watch TV. His tone was one of admonishment. I found silent.
ミサさんは強い人です。表示を呼び寄せては、それを乗り越えてきました。だから、今回もきっと大丈夫だって、僕は思ってます。
He said that he had been watching me for a long time. Perhaps that's why he was able to say that with such confidence. But I simply couldn't agree with him.
そんな顔をしないで。あなたの強さは神様のお墨付きなんだから。
God approved. After saying that, Toka disappeared. Sitting down on the sofa, I quietly faced down my emotions. I don't want another day like today. If things were awkward between Mom and me, I'd be distracted from my career path. I want to talk things out with her. I have to be more calm. Thanks to Toka giving me some space, I was finally able to calm down. It's a Toka perspective, oh my goodness. We didn't get a Toka affection up. I should apologize to Mom tomorrow. Wait. Okay, she's saying that out loud. I'm like, is this from Toka's perspective? I mean, it says so in the corner. I hid to observe Misa. She thought I was gone, so she muttered to herself. He just vanishes and spies on her. Hearing Misa say that made me so happy I couldn't help but smile.
あなたならきっと今度も大丈夫。
However, I wasn't expecting that priest to give her such strange powers. That wasn't part of my plan. Not only could she see Yukimura, but she could also see me. I can't take her into another world now, but I guess this counts as a burden too. You want to take her in— oh, yeah, he wanted to spirit her away. I totally forgot about that. And all the other routes where she was like spirited away or cast down to hell, it was Toka's fault. All his fault. Now, how will she handle it? I looked forward to the opportunity to watch the spirits bring her challenges to overcome. If things didn't go well, I could always execute my original plan, spirit her away. To spirit her away. I knew it. Can't fool me. After I returned to my room, I took the career path survey that was sitting on top of my desk. What should I do about this? I muttered to myself and quickly got an answer.
しなきゃいいだろ。
Alright, so now we're back to the original story. Now we're going to skip to the next part. How should you answer? Oh, we're in chapter 2. Okay. We're going to answer kind of godly. Yukimura looks kind of godly. This could be a lot shorter than I thought. We could be skipping right through the whole spirit world and possibly stopping the episode in chapter 5 is when Toka's route starts. So maybe There's only 3 episodes left in this game. Okay, so Yukimura is kind of godly. We're gonna skip again because we've already read all this. Okay, so now we have a Toka option. Oh my goodness. Why can't I go down? Yeah, there we go. So now we're going to go to the mall with Toka. I was thinking of going somewhere to take my mind off of things. I looked over at Yukimaru.
それが主様のためとあらば邪魔することはできぬ。
I know they were arguing about something, but I have no idea what it was. I know she goes on a walk with Koharu, and I think she leaves, and Yukimaru joins her, or she finds Yukimaru later. But, Yukimaru began to sob.
めんどくせえな。
I'll just go home.
いいから、今のうちに行ってこい。
He says that, but I was still thinking about what to do when Ohara suddenly slapped Yukimaru. What is with him? Jeez. What just happened?
しっかりしろ。男が泣くんじゃねえ。
No, he's a ghost. He's a spirit. You guys are all spirits.
お前は甘ったれすぎるんだよ。今日この場で鍛えてやる。
この我にいい度胸だ。
Oh my goodness, he sounds sinister. Yukimaru's eyes shone mysteriously. This is getting kind of intense. Not knowing how all of this would turn out, I quickly ran off. He just runs away. I ran to the station and finally stopped to catch my breath. I should be okay if I made it this far.
ミサさんと一緒に逃げてきちゃいました。
I came running with you. He followed me. When did he...
せっかく人間の姿をしているんだから、あなたとデートしたいなって。
wants to go on a date? He spoke bashfully, and I sensed a sweet aura coming from Toka. That's right, Toka was supposedly stalking me all this time. And the mysterious voice I heard the past few days was him as well.
ダメですか?
She's referring to when he spoke to her in the prologue. He spoke to her, I think, during a dream and once in the classroom. His eyes teared up, reminding me of Yukimaru. I didn't want any more trouble. Is there somewhere you want to go in particular? I asked, and Toka's expression gradually brightened.
こっちです。
Hey, slow down. Toka brought me to the arcade in the shopping mall. Is there a game he wants to play? Curious, I followed him through the arcade. Toka stopped at a big photo sticker booth.
これです。これ。ミサさんと撮りたいです。
Toka nearly jumped up and down as he pointed to the photo sticker booth repeatedly. I've taken pictures here in these booths with Saika and my sister, but never with a god.
あなたとこうしてデートするのはきっと今回限りなのです。だからお願いです。僕ミサさんとの思い出が欲しい。
He's giving me those puppy dog eyes. Although the whole thing felt very strange, I agreed to grant this god's wish. This feels totally backwards. I know, I was just thinking that. Well, I guess we might as well.
わーい、嬉しいです。ミサさんとの写真なんて緊張するな。
Toka and I flipped the curtain and entered the photo booth. I've done this many times and quickly went to work setting up the machine. I put in the money and started touching the screen to set up the photo shoot. Soon the photo shoot started and the PA system on the machine began to speak.
それじゃあ撮影するよ。仲良く肩を組んで。
Oh my goodness, are they gonna do that? Hearing that, Toka stepped closer to me and... Oh my goodness, we get a screenshot. She's like, what are you doing? You're too close.
言われた通りにしたです。ほら、笑って。
It's so cute. It's true the machine said it, but still. Confused, I didn't know what to do, and the machine took the first picture.
次はクールに決めて。
クールってこんな感じですかね。
He's changed his voice. That's funny. He's literally just following the machine's prompts. Considering that his actions started to seem funny to me.
最後は満面の
笑顔は得意なのです。
Following the prompt, he gave his biggest smile to the camera.
笑みで。はい、お疲れ様。次は落書きモードに入るよ。
はーい、建造されるのが楽しみです。
Me too. We stepped out of the booth and waited a bit before the sticker photos printed out. I then handed them to Toka.
わあ、すっごい綺麗に撮れてます。
He looked so excited, and I peered at the photos next to him. You're really in the photos. For a moment, I thought he might not show up.
お化けみたいに言わないでくださいです。それよりもこれを。
He looked around and found a pair of scissors to split the photos between us. He cut the print in half as if he used to do this sort of thing and handed me the other half. How did you know about cutting the photos to split them up?
この世を把握してこその神なのです。
He probably watched you do it multiple times. Toka puffed out his chest proudly. I guess gods know a lot about arcades. Well, let's go home then. Having done what we came here to do, I thought it would be best to return home. Toka looked sad and his shoulders slumped.
はあ、またあのやかましいあやかしたちのもとへ。
You don't like them?
はい。ミサさんに近づく悪い虫は大嫌いです。
Terrible bugs? Oh my goodness.
小学生の頃にあなたをいじめていたゆずるくんも、中学生の頃に嫌な態度をとっていたかけるくんも。
Wait, are those ghosts? Hey, wait, do you really know about all of them? Is he talking about regular people? Why is he comparing them to spirits?
言ったはずです。あなたをずっと見ていたって。
His confused look made a chill run down my spine. Unconsciously, I stepped back and Toka's brows furrowed.
そんな引かないでくださいです。害はないですから。
But Toka, you're a god to give burdens to people, right?
ふふん。いくら僕でも矜持の与えすぎはしてないです。
That's kind of scary. Then the chill ran down my spine again. I decided to ask him what had been bothering me. So, why do you like me so much? I mean, it's not like you really know me. This is the first time we've ever spoken together. Toka smiled, but his face looked nostalgic.
まあ、覚えてないですよね。
Huh?
人と神が結ばれないのは重々承知しているです。成就するなんて思っていません。でも、恋をするのは自由。
He spoke in a mature tone, then smiled. Is he saying he is in love with her?
だから、あなたに恋をするのは許してほしいです。
Essentially, yes. Well, I don't think it's about asking for permission. I didn't know how to respond, and that was all I could manage to say. I had never had someone be so honest about their feelings for me before, and my heart pounded hard. What am I doing? He's younger than me, right? Probably not. Actually, come to think of it. Toka, how old are you? Curious about his age, Toka quickly returned to his usual self.
いやー、それ聞いちゃったらドン引きしちゃいますよ。僕、とっても年上だから。
Old? His looks and mannerisms made it hard to believe, but he was a god. Perhaps gods and spirits just defy logic. Well, yeah, they're immortal. After we left the shopping mall, Toka and I headed back towards my home. It's rare for the two of us to find time alone like this. I decided to ask him something. We're going to ask about your hobbies. It was a random question, but I couldn't help but wonder what gods did in their free time. Do you have any hobbies, Toka?
あなたを見守ることです。
Just watching you. His response was quick and direct. So perhaps he meant watching over instead of just watching you.
長きにわたり見守ってきましたが、どれもが僕の胸の中に残ってるです。カラスに襲われた時もありましたし、海辺の柵に手をついたら壊れて落ちかけた時もあったり、手順通りにお菓子を焼いたのに焦がした時もあったです。あとは
I've heard enough. I get it. You've watched over me my whole life.
そうですか？もっといっぱいあるんですけど。
What does that remind me of? Yukimaru. Remember she asked about what Yukimaru likes? He started going off on an anime binge, and she asked him about like his favorite animes were, and he couldn't list any of them. She cut off the conversation before he could even begin talking about it. She's like, "Time's up, let's go."
まあ、僕が言いたいのは、そんなあなたを見守っていると元気をもらえるってことです。
So you cheer up watching me have bad luck. Well, I guess you are Tengu. I had to pause my video for just a minute because Love and Deep Space released a trailer for the Caleb birthday card coming out. Well, it's not coming out on the 13th. It's coming out probably in just a couple days as soon as the rerun's over. I think it could even start before that, but I had to watch it twice. I feel like I could make reaction videos to this, to Love and Deep Space, but at the same time, it's like, it's been a year since it's been released, and I don't want to be like the, person coming late to the party type thing where I start doing reaction videos, like a year after it's been released. I feel like I've missed so many opportunities up to this point, I might as well just not do it anymore. Especially since I've thought about this for the last few things that's released. But if you like Love and Deep Space and you like Caleb, I would definitely get this card. I've been saving for this card. Like I pulled a little bit of Xavier's just to see if I get it because it counts over to the next pull that you do. So I'm like 30 away from pity or something like that. So I'm saving everything else just to get Caleb because it looks really good. It's, I think they're making up, sorry if I want to go on a Love and Deep Space spiel for just a minute. I'm sorry if you don't play this game. But I think they're making up for the Nightly Rendezvous, which is a spicy scene with all of the characters. Caleb wasn't in the game then, so I think they're using this to make up for it because it kind of has that it's a little bit more intimate than the last birthdays. Raphael, I mean, they all had a kiss scene in it, but Caleb is almost like a full makeout scene. It continues longer than just a kiss. So they're like teasing each other with words and stuff like that. So it's not just, 5 seconds, it's done. I think they're trying to make up for him not having a nightly rendezvous. So I'm going to be spending a few, instead of being on my other phone app, I think I'm going to be playing some Love and Deep Space to go through all of the myths for him because it looks like there's visions of the past myths in this card, and I want to catch all of the teasers or all of the things that are mentioned from previous cards if they show up in this card. So I'm going to be spending a lot of time reading Caleb until the 13th. Anyway, sorry, back to Toga. Sorry, Toga.
違うです。何があってもたくましく立ち向かい、回避してくれるから見ていて気持ちがいいって意味です。
He enjoys watching you escape danger. Oh, that's it. Wait a minute. Figure it out. All the bad luck that I've had in my life, it was all because of you.
全部じゃないですよ。確かに他の人間よりは多めに与えちゃってますけど。
Does he give you more burdens than a normal because he likes you? Toka blushed, probably.
大好きな人にはひいきしちゃっていけないです。
Yep, he's your favorite. That's what you feel shy about? I simply couldn't understand this god. That's funny. After I returned home, I turned on the TV and played Toto Tomorrow as promised. Okay, we're gonna skip again. Alright, why is my mom pushing for med school? We've already read these, so I'm gonna skip again. I don't really feel like recapping or putting any of this in context because pretty much nothing happened in this common route. She is literally trying to figure out her path, and she got into a fight with her mom, and she cleared the air with her mom, and that's essentially the whole route. And then it branches off to Yukimaru trying to help her find her career path, and Koharu, she finds it early with Koharu, but then he's struggling with the to haunt or not to haunt. Alright, we're gonna say it tastes different, but it was addicting. And since we covered this in his route, I'm just gonna go ahead and skip it. Now we're gonna be in chapter 3. And we've decided on Seigin University. Yay. Only for them to tell us, no, this is not what you really want. Okay, don't worry about me. Koharu's worried, but don't worry about me. Let's skip again. And we're going to say, I am fine. Stop worrying about us. Trying to shut him down only seemed to make him even more stubborn. I told you, I'm fine. I was being defensive, but it only made Yukimura dig his heels in even more.
大丈夫ではないのだ。暗い色の木が主様を覆っておるのだぞ。
We're gonna go ahead and skip again. Apparently, it starts right after that. We have another Toka one. We're gonna go to Toka. Maybe we're gonna go to the park. She needs to change her mood. Having partied with Yukimura, I decided to go towards Beachfront Park. I came to the beach to enjoy the sea breeze, but when I spotted Toka, my heart jumped. Instinctively, I thought of hiding, but we were in a totally open space. As I panicked, not knowing what to do, Toka noticed me. I jumped back in fear. Fear of what? Oh.
今朝はごめんなさい。雪丸さんと話して考えを改めたです。
I forgot he went into like God mode for a minute and he was saying some things. I don't remember what he was saying really, but Yukimaru was taking care of him, and in Koharu's route, she ran off with Koharu. I think she ran off with Koharu anyway. They went on a walk or something. Maybe it'll give us some insight of what he said, because I honestly don't remember. Toka seemed regretful, and he cowered slightly as he spoke.
僕、雪丸さんや小春さんと一緒にあなたを支えたいです。天狗としてではなく、僕自身として。
I think he essentially said something, if she stays on this path, something bad will happen. I think that was mentioned, but that's all I do remember.
だから、これからもそばにいさせてくださいです。
I stared at Toga, trying to gauge his emotions. He wasn't scared like he was before, and his words seemed genuine. He looked remorseful for what he'd done. I know Toka truly wants the best for me. I slowly put my hand on Toka's shoulder. It's okay now. I understand you did all this because you were thinking about me.
ありがとうございます。
With that said, even if you do get your powers back, I don't want you to ever think about spiriting me away, okay? Did he actually say that? Toka nodded and let out a large sigh.
僕こそが巨児だったみたいです。
That's not true. I mean, you were very scary this morning, but it's not to the point where I thought you were a burden. Toka let out a bitter laugh and looked off into the distance.
教示を与えることで 人々の支えになっていると思っています。でも好きな人には違う形で手を差し伸べたい。
Oh,
そう気づかされました。
my heart skipped a beat. He looked so fondly at me. It was as though I could feel the depth of his emotions in his eyes. Then I swiftly let go of his shoulder and tried to change the subject. Okay, we're friends again. Let's talk about something else. So what should we talk about? We're going to check the other ones in the chapter 4. So first we're going to talk about God. You're a type of god called a Tengu, right? Does that mean there are a lot of other kinds of gods?
ですです。いろんな神がいすぎてバラエティに富んでるです。
Wow, that many. So does that mean you have opportunities to interact with other gods?
あるですよ。よくあなたのことで相談している恋愛に関する神様がいるです。
If matters related to you, about me.
どうしたらあなたに気づいてもらえるか、どうしたらあなたと目が合うか、どうしたらあなたと。
What about other gods? I'll get way too embarrassed at this rate.
他ですか？同じ天狗の神くらいしか交流はないです。
What? There are more.
すべての人間に等しく矜持を与えるには、一族で家業として行わないと手が足りないですからね。
A clan that just deals with mortals. That sounds like one big family.
ですです。兄弟の顔も名前もすべて覚えてられないです。でもみんなとっても僕に似てるとか。
Whoa, a whole tribe of Tokas.
ミサさん、ミサさん、ミサさん、ミサさん大好きです。ミサさん愛してるです。
So much doing.
ミサさんのためならば。
Oh my goodness. Ah,
どうしたです？
nothing. That was horrific. If something were to happen and I have to meet Toka's family, I'm a little scared about what they would be like. I think I read that right. What they would be like, or what they would like. Something around that. What they would be like, okay. I returned home to find Mom in the living room getting ready for dinner. I'm gonna go ahead and skip. We're gonna be in chapter 4 now.
あのあやかしもなかなかいいことをするです。
That spirit really did well. I think he's referring to Yukimura on this point. I heard a voice and quickly sat up. Toka was standing beside me. He gave a gentle, apologetic smile.
今朝は怖がらせてしまってごめんなさいです。僕は。
It's okay. You did it for my sake, right? Toka nodded timidly. Then he sat down next to me.
雪丸さんはあなたに最後の時を与えました。
Giving you a final chance. I think he made her realize that she doesn't want to go to Seigin. I think. What do you mean by that?
誰に左右されることのないあなただけの進みたい道を決めるその時間です。
Oh, I think he gave her a second chance with her mom. Because I think she was going to tell her mom that she was going to go to Seigin, and Yukimura intervened by knocking on the door, I believe. Huh?
僕もですか。雪丸さんも分かっているです。あなたが提出した進路プリントは偽りだと。
Yes, it is.
それならどうしてまっすぐに目を見て言えないんですか？今日提出をした進路プリントは決定ではないですし、母上もまだ知るところではありません。
I believe we've all heard this before, but I don't know if I can skip. Okay, I can. I'm gonna go ahead and skip to the next unread stuff. Took a perspective. Oh my goodness.
ミサさん、ミサさん。今日の殿田丸の放送は録画したです。
Lisa had just come back from the bath when I asked. It wasn't that I wanted to watch Toto tomorrow or anything. I mean, I did, but I just wanted to spend time with Misa. Yes, Yukimaro kept asking, so I'm pretty sure I recorded it. Misa said, fiddling with the remote. Soon after, Totodamaru appeared on the TV.
一緒に見るのダメです。
I was just thinking about relaxing on the sofa, so sure. She agreed easily, making me feel overjoyed. We sat together on the sofa watching TV. Such a simple thing, yet so joyful. Surely this is the peak of happiness. I never believed this day would come. This must be what a dream feels like. When a Tengu teaches a mortal a lesson and they grow from it, it gives us a form of happiness. Being with her brings me a different kind of happiness, perhaps because of the feelings I have for Misa. Oh, I didn't know Totodamaru looked like this as an adult. She was surprised at his adult form. Shame I can't look like that right now.
ミサさんはこういう大人の色気がある男性が好きですか？
I remember he made a comment saying that he wished he could look like an adult too. She looked stunned and then giggled and blushed. I don't really know yet. She said that, but I couldn't tell if she really meant it. What should I do? So, Toka, do you always appear as a child, or do you age like humans do?
かつてはこういう時もありました。
Wait, really? So gods start off looking like adults? I shook my head, reminiscing.
僕がこうなることを望んだです。だからとても気に入ってるです。
Yes, this is an honorable form. That's nice. Honestly, I wish I could be a little prettier.
何を言うです。ミサさんはとても綺麗な女性に成長されているです。幼い頃だってそれは大層可愛らしいお子だったですよ。
Gosh, Misa, you just don't get it, do you?
幼い頃から語るならば、口の周りに食べかすをつけるほど豪快に頬張る姿も、姉上に落書きのごとく化粧されて化け物のような姿になった時も、さやかさんに
Ah, okay, I get it. You don't have to say anymore.
分かってくれればいいです。
So you really have been watching me for a long time, huh?
気持ち悪かったです。
I slapped my shoulders at Misa's wry smile. I shouldn't have said anything. Because it's you, I guess it's not so bad. I was actually just kind of thinking about how much you've been there for me. Even though I was scared today, what you said made me understand. It let me know just how much you cared about me. It made me feel warm inside, so thank you. What a treasure this moment is. The unexpected reminiscing filled my heart with warmth. She means everything to me.
大好きです。ミサさん。
Oh my goodness. I confessed my feelings and Misa looked troubled, then blushed. He's just getting an early start, isn't he? I mean, I guess we only have 6 chapters total, and we're in chapter 4, so... Okay, we're gonna skip again. Alright, we're gonna say that's my guardian spirit. And we're gonna skip again. And we're gonna tell, I think we're talking to Kohara, we were her emotional support. So branching off from there, it looks like, I don't remember what they were talking about before they left, but we're gonna go to Skuma Shrine. I see Shopping Mall and RB. Okay. We're just gonna go to the shrine. I don't remember where we are in the story, but it really doesn't matter, actually. I walked over to Skuma Shrine and noticed someone sitting near the offering box. Oh, it's Toka. The shrine was empty, so I approached him. He noticed me and glanced up.
外でも会えるなんて、今日の僕はついてるです。
Yes, it's a very nice surprise. Toka's cheeks flushed red at my words.
嬉しいって思ってくれるなんて、今日の僕はつきまくりです。
Wouldn't exactly call it luck.
でも、一人で神社に来るなんて珍しいですね。だいたいさやかさんと一緒なのに。
Wanted to buy a good luck charm for her. Would you mind helping me pick one out, Toka?
僕がですか？
I think a charm picked out by a god would be extra lucky. Then I quickly gasped. Perhaps he would think I was using his status as god for selfish reasons. Sorry, that was rude. Forget I said anything.
嬉しいのです。あなたのお役に立てるよう頑張って選ばせていただきます。
Toka was offended by my request, but I still felt bad about it.
前に言ったですが、天狗は煙たがられる存在で、だから信仰してくれる人間も少なくて、寂しい神なのです。
Toka's melancholic smile tugged at my heart. He's seen as a nuisance because he burdens people. He did try to have me spirited away once, but I think I'm beginning to understand him. He's actually a very caring god.
だからあなたの言葉が嬉しかったです。ご利益があるなんてあまり言われない言葉なので。
His look of genuine happiness made my guilt melt away. His chest filled me with a kind of gentle joy. I smiled back, and he swiftly transformed into a human.
どんなお守りがあるか二人で見に行くです。
Okay, and thank you. Toka took my hand, and though I was surprised at first, I quickly wrapped my hand around his as well. Toka picked out a good luck charm for relationships.
恋人ができるようにとこれを選ぶ人は多いですが、本来縁結びとは人と人とのつながりが幸福であふれますようにという願いが込められたお守りなのです。
Oh, I didn't know that. It sounds perfect for Sayaka and me. As Toka spoke about the charm, the clerk at the shrine's shop smiled.
あら、あなた若いのにそんなことよく知ってるわね。偉いわ。
ひひん、当然なのです。
I wonder if she'd believe if we told her Toka was a god. Probably not. After buying the charm, the two of us left Skooma Shrine. Thank you so much, Toka. I just know that Sayaka is going to love this.
お役に立てて光栄です。
Not really sure how to take being told that by a god. I chuckled awkwardly, but Toka seemed unfazed. Then he tugged gently at my sleeve.
もう少しおしゃべりしたいです。ダメですか？
Of course, I could never say no to you. I'm headed to Sayaka's now. How about we talk along the way? Would that be alright? Doing a little walk and talk?
それこそダメなんて絶対ないです。
The two of us began chatting together as we walked towards Sayaka's. The more I talked to Toka, the more he surprised me. Perhaps because he was a god, he was all-knowing, but the breadth of his knowledge continued to amaze me. Oh, that's right. There was something I wanted to ask him. So, we're going to go through all of these now, but we're going to end with likes last. So, let's talk about love. Why did I choose this topic? I felt like it was pointless to discuss this topic with Toka, but I guess I could try to ask anyway. What's your philosophy on love, Toka?
僕の愛のすべてをあなたに。
Right.
どうしてそんな疲れた顔するですか？もう。あ、そうだ。キャラ変したらどうです？神様バージョンの僕で。
God version. I know, right? Toka's demeanor suddenly changed and I couldn't pull myself from his gaze.
あなたが好きで仕方ない。この思いを受け止めろとは言わぬ。ただ、否定してくれるな。
It's God version, but it's also creepy version.
良いか、ミサ。あ、パンクした。
That was too much. It was like he was a different person. I know, right? Alright, we're going to go back up. we're going to talk about his misfortune. I'm kind of scared to ask this, but among the burdens you've given so far, what was the worst one you've given?
大好きすぎて大体がひどいものなので難しいですね。
Pretty horrible. Wow, that bad, huh?
でも誤解しないでほしいですが、僕はあなた自身にしか矜持は与えません。いくらあなたに成長してほしいと言っても、例えばあなたの周りの人間を使ってあなたに対して矜持を与えたりはないです。
Are you talking about my father? Toka looked serious and nodded. I never considered that, so don't worry.
あの時泣いているあなたを見ているだけしかできなかったです。寄り添うようにしていても涙を拭ってあげられなくて。
You were by my side.
はい。何もできずごめんなさい。
Not at all. I mean, just finding out now that you were nearby, it's actually very comforting. I guess you don't just give burdens then, huh?
それはなんかすごく新鮮で不思議と嬉しい言葉です。
With that, he smiled. Alright, fear. I know you're a god, but I'm curious if gods have anything they're afraid of.
当たり前にあるです。あなたに嫌われてしまうことです。
Of course, it's something simple like that. Everything leads back to me.
僕、あなたに嫌われたら、もう。
Don't worry, please calm down.
ごめんなさいです。でも、だからこそ、こうして会うのも少し怖かったりしたです。
What do you mean?
だって、矜持を与える、いわば元凶ですよ。嫌われるしかないじゃないですか。
So he thought of that too, huh? I'd be lying if I said I wasn't afraid of you, but I realize that's just part of your nature. There's nothing for me to hate.
それだけで嬉しいです。僕、これから好かれるように頑張るです。ひとまず、可愛すぎるので強大な矜持をば。
Oh my goodness. What?
可愛い子にはサービスしちゃって。
I spoil the cute ones. I wonder if Toka is just really sadistic. I'd better keep an eye on him. He probably is. You're cute and I like you, so extra burden for you. Alright, we're gonna get back up and read the other choice. Last one. Alright, we're gonna talk about likes. A part of me thinks I shouldn't, but curiosity got the best of me and I had to ask. Toka, what kind of things do you like?
あなたです。
I knew it. Just as I thought. Let me change the subject.
照れてるですね。僕のあふれんばかりの愛に。
Overflowing with my love. Is there anything else you like besides me?
ないです。
Nope.
そんなくだらないこと聞かないでくださいです。僕の愛を疑ってるですか？
Why is he scolding me? I'm sorry. This is annoying. I'll just apologize. I think I'm starting to understand you a little better now.
それならよかったです。今日も大好きなのですよ。
Why, thank you. I never wanted to ask Toka about what he liked or about me ever again. That's funny. Alright, that's the last choice in chapter 4, so I'm going to fast forward or skip ahead until we find anything new. Which wasn't very far, so I need to find her. Find who? Oh, Sayaka? Okay. Toka,
人探しなら僕もお手伝いできるです。あのあやかしたちにも声をかけておくです。
did she disappear though? Did she run off somewhere? I don't think she did. Toka seemed to have figured out just by looking at me, and his words filled me with relief. Are you sure?
僕はもちろんですが、あのあやかしたちなら2つ返事で動くです。
I feel like they are actually looking for someone, but I don't remember why.
ずっと一緒にいたミサさんならわかるはずです。
Toka was right. Knowing them, the two would agree to help right away. So I don't want to take advantage of them. Despite my reservations, I decided to accept their help and extend my gratitude. Thank you, Toka. Please help me find her.
やったー!
Did he say alrighty? I watched as Toka started jumping up and down with joy.
ごめんなさい。今のは違うです。とりあえず、急いでみんなに声かけてくるです。
Then, in a flash, Toka quickly flew off. Why did he seem so excited? After I searched several places I thought Sayaka might be, I ended up at the shop near the station. Suddenly, Toka appeared, panting. I think she might have ran off when she said she didn't want to go to Seigin anymore. Because I think she gave her the charm, but she couldn't really accept it. And then she was going to run off and do the spell, and Toka was there to say that she did it wrong, so she could tell Sayaka that. I don't know if that's how it's going to play out in this one. I ended up at the shop near the station. Suddenly Kohara appeared panting. I think I already read that.
おい、いたぞ。学校だ。
Trying to perform the spell. Really? Thanks, Kohara. Seeing how exhausted he was, I realized just how hard that they've been searching. Filled with gratitude, I rushed towards the school. Can I skip yet? Yes, okay. Okay, it still didn't go very far. I bought this for you, Saika. It's a charm from Skuma Shrine. But unlike the one you gave me, this one is for relationships. I looked over at Toka and smiled. Feeling reassured by his smile, I continued. It's supposed to bring harmony to a relationship, to strengthen the bond between two people. I shared with her what Toka had told me about the charm, pouring my heart into the words as I spoke them. No matter where we go, no matter what happens, Sayaka, the bond that ties us together will never be cut. Okay, that's all she says. That's new, I guess.
あのあやかしたちに相談しなくていいです。
Consult the spirits about what? What's the context? Okay, so she's starting to research something, and I think Koharu looks over her shoulder at this point. And no, Yukimaru does. He tells her that she should go and like look in person, essentially. So investigate in person, and then he could read her aura to see if she's happy with it or not. But now it's Toka. Toka appears after he spoke. I'll consult them if I get stuck, but figuring out my future is probably something I should do on my own.
あ、そうですよね。
I'll put on the red, just in case.
でも、一人で考えても、今まで決められなかったですよね。
You got me there.
それなら、
Toka approached and placed his hand on my knee.
僕が手伝うです。ミサさんを一番見てきた僕なら、あなたに合うものがわかるかもです。
I have a hunch that it's not going to, that everything from here is going to be new, because this is where it branches off into other routes, so I'm just going to take off the red and just read it. Oh, you'll do that. He nodded vigorously as I considered his offer. If Toka really has observed me since I was young, he might actually know what suits me best. The idea of a god helping me figure out my future seemed like cheating. I know, he's the one that's been saying, like, spirit shouldn't interfere with mortals. Like, he's been saying that. But the other spirits, like, stop interfering. He did say he can't use his powers right now. I appreciate your offer, but is it alright for a god to favor a specific person so much? It was a question that had been on my mind for some time now. It wasn't as though he was using his god powers to help me, but I still wanted to know.
個人的な理由で力を使わなければ大丈夫なのです。だから僕はあなたに一切力は使わないです。
So you mean you'll just give advice like you've been doing and that's all?
です。天狗としての特別な力は封印するです。
Seal them? That sounds odd. But you said you couldn't use your powers on me anyway, right? His phrasing was suspicious. I had figured his powers were already sealed.
あ、えへへへ。
But you do have your powers. You can't just laugh it off.
ごめんなさい。実はずっと嘘をついていたです。
That meant you could use your powers on me this whole time.
はい。じゃなかったら、あの時、あなたに神隠しのことを言っていなかったです。
Oh,
神隠しをご存知か。あの神主のおかげで、計画が台無しになってしまった。となれば、あのあやかしたちにかけるほかない。あのあやかしたちなら、あなたをいい方向に導くことができるかもしれないと。だが、やはり無理なようだ。
back then Yukimura intervened, and during the chaos, Gohara pulled me away, helping me escape. Well, there you go. We recapped on it. So you're saying if Yukimura and Kohara hadn't been there, I could have been spirited away. Toga nodded apologetically, and I leaned back in shock.
ああ、今はそのつもりがないので大丈夫です。そんな引かないでくださいです。
Okay, but it was just a reflex. Sure owe Yukimura big time. But you said you can't use your powers for personal reasons, right? Wouldn't spiriting someone away count as using your powers for personal gain?
まあ、理由はさておき。天狗として教授を与えるのは仕事のうちに含まれますから、それは大丈夫です。とはいえ、神隠しはやりすぎですから、一族に叱られていたと思うです。ひいきしすぎだって。
Giving a burden like that hardly seems like favoritism. But I guess if his job is to give people burdens, the bigger the burden, the bigger the favoritism.
でも、ミサさんにひいきしちゃうのは仕方ないことなのです。だって、大好きなんですもん。可愛い子には旅をさせたいです。
I'm not sure how to feel about all of this. Also, why did you change your mind about trying to spirit me away? Something happened. I figured that Yukimura hanging around and Kohara haunting me would be enough of a challenge. But despite all that, Toga's feelings on the matter must have changed again. That has to be why he tried to spirit me away.
前に、雪室さんと話し合って、それで考えを改めたと言ったですよね。
Oh, right.
実は、こんなことがあったです。
Toga looked away, starting to recount the events as if piecing his fragmented memories together. Oh, okay. I'm like, is it story time with Toga? Maybe it is. After attempting to spirit you away, Koharu quickly pulled your hand and both of you escaped. That's when Yukimura and I discussed the situation.
我もすっかり騙されましたぞ。まさか主様に対して力が使えないというのが嘘とは。
Finally grasping the situation, Yukimura called out to me.
さすがは元神と言うべきか。
I think I called me out, not called out to me, sorry. Oh, by the way, Yukimura used to be a god. As for why he's not now, well, that's for him to tell you, not to me.
お前たちが彼女についたことは、矜持と言ってもいいくらいだった。故に、私が神隠しに合わせずとも良いかと思っていたのだが、お前たちのやり方は生ぬるい。今のままでは、彼女の人生は狂っていく。早々に神隠しに合わせねば。
神隠しにあった先で、もし彼女が死を迎えるような事態に陥ろうともですか？
このまま人生が狂っていけば、
いずれ生き地獄を味わうことになる。生きている心地がしないほどのな。
あなた様の考えも一理あるように思います。しかし、我の考えとは違うようですな。
お前に彼女の狂いを止められるとでも？
ええ。なんといっても、我は彼女の座敷わらしでありますから。とはいえ、見習いですから信用できぬでしょうが。しっかり者の小春もおりますゆえ、どうか我々に託してくださいませんか。彼女の未来を。
Yukimura extended an aura of confidence that overwhelmed me. Despite losing his divine powers, his determination remained unshaken.
了承いただけないとあらば、我らも共に付き合いましょう。神隠しに。
Oh, they would go with.
どうしてそこまでする？
これはおかしなことを聞きますな。我は彼女の座敷わらしなのですぞ。そして小春は彼女をたたる身の上ですから、彼女と共に行く以外の選択肢はございません。しかし、あなた様の彼女を思う気持ちには感服いたしました。
I like the way Yukimura is talking right now. I think it's the same when he first introduced himself. I wish this could have been a thing throughout his whole thing, 'cause I don't know how many times like his voice just like grated on that little nerve of mine that doesn't like it. I eventually got used to it, and even at times it was funny, but I don't know. I guess I don't like over eccentric characters. Guess.
彼女に恨まれると分かっておいて、神隠しをなさるのですからな。
See, that laugh seemed so much more mature than his little ha 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 laugh or whatever it is. It irritated me to no end. He spoke as though he knew exactly what I was thinking. Actually, he did know what I was thinking, but it was just the way he said it. He realized that there was a part in me that was afraid of being hated by Yumisa.
そのようなこと、とっくに覚悟しておる。
ならば、なぜなのですか？そのように苦しい顔をされるのは。
Oh my goodness, you're getting under his skin.
提案があるのですが、このまま我らと共に彼女を支えるのはいかがか？我ら3人であれば必ずや彼女を幸福な未来へと導けるでしょう。
In that moment, a dream appeared to me. I could protect you, Misa, without exposing you to great danger. I could assure your happiness without overwhelming you.
お前たちが彼女に何をもたらすのか、傍観に徹していたというのに。お前の言うように、支えることで彼女が成長するのなら、そう願ってしまうのは、天狗として失格か。
それはあなた様のことですから、我にはわかりませぬ。だが、常に天狗として居続けずとも良いのではないか、トーカ殿。天狗として彼女の未来を憂いていたのなら、どうして彼女に名を名乗ったのだ？神様と呼ばせておけばよかっただろうに。
それは。
I was supposed to just watch over you, but I got greedy. Thanks to that priest's exorcism, you could see me, Misa. I wanted to talk with you. I wanted to lock eyes with you. I wanted to touch you. These desires kept popping up in my mind.
天狗としてではなく、トーカ殿自身、彼女を思っておるのなら、 方法が変わってもよかろう。神としての力がなくとも、人を、彼女を支えることはできると我は思うぞ。
僕として彼女に。
I'd been a Tengu for so long, and yet Yukimura's idea was invigorating to me. I wanted to support you, not as a Tengu, but as me, as Toka. Toka let out a long sigh when he finished speaking. I was really surprised to hear that Yukimura was going that far to make me happy, and I was left speechless by how deep Toka's feelings were. For my future, huh? This whole situation must have caused so many issues for Toka, and he had done it all for me.
神隠しを起こしたら、僕はあなたを見守ることしかできない。ミサさんだからこそ、困難から学びを得てほしいと願っていました。僕はそういう神だから、それが最善と考えていたんです。でも、今は違います。神としてではなく、僕自身で、あなたの未来を輝かしいものに変えます。必ず。だから、手伝わせてください。お願いします。
His sincerity was obvious, otherwise why was he trying so desperately to communicate with me? Before he was just a god who planned to put me through difficult trials, now he was just someone who wanted to help me. He had devoted himself to me and my well-being. How could I possibly refuse him? And so... I'd like to accept your offer. Please help me. I bowed lightly towards him. Oh.
よかったです。
He's so cute. Is he on the ground? She's the one that was bowing. Oh, I think she's in a chair. Toka seemed to lose all of his strength and crumbled to the floor, crawling to my knees. Gosh, he's so cute. I know, right? It was probably rude to think of a god that way, not to mention the fact that he'd already told me that he saw me in a romantic light.
嬉しいな。これからは堂々とミサさんのお手伝いができるです。
I'm the one who should be grateful. That reminds me, when Sayaka offered to help me find my path, she had a similar reaction. I see, she was thinking of me. That's what made her so happy. Thank you, Toka. I'll look forward to working together. With your help, I feel hopeful. You've observed me for more than anyone else, after all. I felt the sincerity of my words, and his grip on my heart tightened. Aww.
ミサさん、
He's cute. Hugging her so tightly.
僕は神隠しをしなくてよかったです。
Aw, I love that line so much. I think I'm going to use this one as my CG. I like this one a lot.
今のようにあなたを直接手伝えるこの機会がとてもありがたく、僕にとって尊い思い出になるでしょう。
Toga often acted childishly, but there were moments of maturity like this when I felt my heart rate quicken even more. He once told me that he was much older than me, which I found hard to believe at the time, but not anymore.
ああ、そうだ。心配せずともあなたの人生の狂いはもう感じられないので安心してくださいです。あのあやかしたちがかき回したおかげで僕の予想を大きく外れたですから。
I felt relieved to hear that, but that brought up a whole new set of questions in my mind. If Yukimura and Koharu hadn't intervened, would the prediction have been right? In that case, would I have been spirited away? I always thought that it was the stuff of urban legends, but now I know it's real. Toga, can you actually see the future?
いいえ、予想するだけです。でも大抵は当たるです。細部まで予想通りにはいかないですが、 結果的な面ではほぼ間違いなく。
I never knew gods had such abilities. Then what about now?
まだ予想がつかないです。でも、いい方向に向かっているのは確実です。
That's reassuring to hear.
でも、気は抜けないですよ。まだ進路は決まってないですから。
I guess. Toka stepped away from me.
というわけで、これを。
He placed a stack of heavy papers on my desk, leaving me without words. I hesitantly looked towards at the cover. Top 100 things Misa is fit for was written boldly at the top. What is this?
表紙に書いてあるままです。僕なりに考えて資料にまとめてみました。
Top 100. Top 100? Did he really come up with 100 ideas for me?
ミサさんは運動以外は比較的何でも優れている方なので、向いているものはたくさんあったんですけど、とりあえず僕の主観で100個に抑えました。
You had even more ideas.
1000個ないくらいかな。
Oh my goodness. 1,000.
それじゃあ、明日までにそれを全部見ておいてくださいです。
Like tomorrow, that's your homework. Tomorrow? That's impossible. By the time I tried to reach for him, he was gone. But seeing how much Toka had gone through to make this list, I knew I had to try. Alright, let's do this. It's only a list, right? Like, it's not a detailed description of each thing, so... It wouldn't take very long to read out 100 things, right? With newfound determination, I turned towards my desk, ready to tackle the challenge ahead. I wonder if that goes into chapter 5. Yep. Chapter 5, we're at Toka's route. Oh my goodness, it's so pink. I like pink. I like this. Purple's my favorite color, but pink is a very close second. Anyway, well, I thought it was going to be a short episode, but it's not a short episode because Toka had a lot of content in all of the common route. But we're through 4 chapters of common route, and all we have is chapter 5 and 6. So this one plus 5 plus 6 plus the endings is only going to be 4 episodes instead of 7, like I thought. Or what did I say? Did I say 7? Yeah, I said 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be 4. So it's going to end quicker than I thought. Yay. I'm kind of glad that it followed the common root story as well, because it came to this ending where I have less episodes to record. Anyway, if you guys did enjoy, drop a like down below and or subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.